lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca-key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's you heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band, young Cruiser King, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the Miami Dolphins and the Washington Commanders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Play action. Now Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
That opening drive sack. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at the 40.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more of what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Dolphins strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
First down, Howell to throw.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Looking to throw again on second down.
Howell. And yet again, it's McLaurin.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
From the 36, Powell. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. Able to connect with Dotson. And he is going to have a Washington 1st down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on 4th. Off play action. It's Howell.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, and they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw.
It's Howell with another throw.
That's caught at the 2. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
2nd down. Howell back to pass. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Commanders are able to move back in front. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now on 2nd and 13, Wilson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They go play action with Howell. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Howell throwing on 1st down here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A give to Gibson running right. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Throwing here, Howell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Mike Gesicki from 10 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Again, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And he's got his big tight end here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forcing the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They'll go play action. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up the 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On third down, Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Fielded right around the 8. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed it.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. In motion, the tight end. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. Robinson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
On second and goal, Howell. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. They'll try to run it with Gibson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line. Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's out right at the 25. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down. Come on, set. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula. Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw again is Wilson. And Hill with it over the middle. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch. Now Wilson on 1st down. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Wilson's throws taken in by Waddle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw is Wilson. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And where they are on the scoreboard almost dictates taking this big shot and trying to get right back into the game. They took it there and couldn't connect. Despite the defense being ready, go ahead and force it downfield. See what you can get. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And now here's another interception. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got it at the 15. A huge play there for Washington. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. First down, Howell to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Howell looking to throw again. Able to connect with Dotson. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Wilson. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late point. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
So first down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. This will be caught at Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. They go play action with Howell. There goes a deep ball, end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 2nd and 10, Howell. He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep
taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. 45 yards. And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Sanders on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 26. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. And
His throw here's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Gibson diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things for this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 44. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Taking a shot for Samuel. Well, he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 53 yards.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Again, it'll be Robinson.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
In motion, Hill. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that
one. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Commanders,
they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach